Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In today's recap, Lulu discovers that Joe's mother, Camilla, was never pregnant with him. What or who will push so many of Nina's buttons that she loses her composure? Carly confides in her daughter Joss. Little does Carly know, her mini-me has her own secrets. What will the most recent information obtained by Cody and Lulu reveal? Sasha is concerned since she has been keeping a secret about her kid. But what's causing her to panic? Drew and Curtis's old friendship ultimately comes to an end. The mystery visitor for this year's Nurses' Ball has been announced, as well as who will co-host the red carpet event. In today's recap, Tracy is arrested at the Nurses' Ball. And is Michael returning home? It's time for the locals to get dressed up and hit the red carpet as the most anticipated social event of the Port Charles year begins. If Lucy wasn't dealing with a crisis, the Nurses' Ball wouldn't have started. How will Anna's concept affect what happens at the party? Carly and Nina's Fight Club secrets were disclosed. Portia receives an offer. But is it one she should reject? The best surprise is no surprise, but Alexis is about to receive an unpleasant one. In today's recap, Lulu reveals to Lois that Gio is Brooke Lynn and Dante's son, and Christina discovers that her mother has been covering up her crime. Prepare to find out who will be singing what at the 2025 Nurses' Ball. Meanwhile, check out these fantastic photos of the locals dressed up and ready to go. Jocelyn goes full Carly mode and says some really horrible things about Willow. Lulu keeps a careful eye on Lois' every action. Rena Sofer previews a huge move for an even greater day. Remember the plan Anna came up with? We'll soon find out whether or not it worked, because today is the day she puts it into action. The feud between the young and the restless in General Hospital erupts, and you won't want to miss it. In today's recap, Gio interrupts the Nurses' Ball and reveals Brooke Lynn and Dante as his parents. The Nurses' Ball is not complete without some drama. Today, secrets are exploding all over the place. Drew is riding high and feels confident. Is anyone else secretly hoping this means he's going to fall? Ned and Olivia form a united front as they give a warning. Curtis decides on his next step. Carly and Vaughn are set to cross paths, bringing two halves of Jocelyn's life together. Michael recasts. Chad Duell is replaced by a young and restless veteran. It is time for the 2025 Nurses' Ball's last performances. By the end, people's lives will be irrevocably changed. It's probably not all for the best. Who is on the other end of Jason's unexpected call? Matt can breathe more easily, but Trina becomes anxious. Who approaches Carly with an intriguing offer? 1 week after their wedding, Steve Burton's new bride reveals details about their relationship. Prepare for impact as we present a sneak glimpse of the big Gio reveal repercussions in the photo gallery below. Port Charles may never be the same. Michael Corinthos, played by Chad Duell, was sent to General Hospital to recover from burns received in an explosion at his father Sonny Corinthos' penthouse. However, Michael, who is soon to return to Port Charles and is now played by Rory Gibson, the former Noah Newman of The Young and Restless, may still have smoke coming out of his ears. Consider all the potential fires he could spark around town. Michael has a lot of business to settle with his estranged wife Willow Tate. But first and foremost, he could show that he was not the one who turned her away from the burn clinic. Could it have been her totally trustworthy significant other, Drew Quartermain? Maybe we're finally coming to the end of that unhealthy relationship. There's no love lost between Michael and Drew, nicknamed the uncle who took his wife from under his feet. The question is, what will Michael do with his hatred? His first objective will be to ensure that Drew never gets custody of his children. And Michael's second priority? Oh honey, you know it's going to be payback. If Michael arrives with a calmer head than we'd have in his circumstances, he might be upset with his mother, Carly Spencer. After all, she took advantage of every opportunity to exacerbate an already poor situation. Currently, she is threatening to seek for custody of her grandchildren. Michael's comeback will put an end to that as he takes the initiative. Sonny Corinthos has been wanting to get vengeance on those who bombed his penthouse and sent his kid to the burn unit. Michael's return will just serve as a reminder of everything he's been through, fueling the Godfather's desire for retaliation. But against whom? Review the suspects here. Christina Davis hasn't just been on edge recently. She's been completely over it. Michael's reappearance has the potential to aid his off-kilter half-sister in ways that the Davis girls cannot. After all, he, of all people, understands how to act on one's worst desires. However, he is less likely than Christina to cut someone's brakes. Hello, baby steps. Michael's half-brother, Dante Falconeri, is about to have the shock of his life when he discovers that Gio Palmieri is his in summer camp fling Brooklyn Quartermain's long-lost love child. Consider the consequences of such revelation. What better time for Michael to return and act as Dante's support system? The Quartermain mansion is set to erupt, thankfully only symbolically, as the truth about Brooklyn and Dante's kid is revealed. You can count on Michael to be firmly in Brooklyn's corner, ready to join the clamor of people forming a line to read Lois Cerullo The Riot Act. Living a double life can be lonely. So Jocelyn Jack's new role as Buffy the WSB agent may include her half-brother Michael. If she does reveal her starring position in an Alias remake, her boss Jack Brennan may have a more difficult time convincing Michael to date mom Carly. Michael and his old flame Sasha Gilmore agreed to keep the fact that she was pregnant a secret, lest it be revealed that he had strayed on Willow. When he returns, nothing will stop him from getting back together with Sasha and pretending to adopt her and Jason Morgan's child. Though Jason may have developed affections for Sasha, and vice versa, it is up to Stone Cold to graciously move aside, allowing her to reconnect with Michael. The question then becomes whether Jason and Sasha can deny their chemistry and remain apart, or if they would end up hurting Michael's heart like Willow and Drew did. Michael has never joined the I Heart Nina Reeves fan club, but the two of them may find themselves on the same side for once as they move heaven, hell, and earth to separate Velcro pair Drew and Willow and keep the shady politician away from Wiley and Amelia. Brennan believed that the most difficult aspect of his courtship with Carly was the idea that dating him could result in her death. But she's used to it, thanks to Sonny Lorenzo Alcazar, Johnny Zacchara, and Franco Baldwin. Michael, if he disapproves of the cunning WSB boss, could be the impediment to success. Ned Quartermain would never want Michael dead. Not precisely. But Ned will be unable to deny that his day-to-day life was significantly less stressful, while his second cousin was out of the office. Perhaps Ned will regard Michael's homecoming as an opportunity to start over? He will not take that chance, of course, but nevertheless, while you're waiting to see how Michael's future unfolds, take a trip down memory lane with our photo collection, which chronicles his entire crazy life story, from "Who's the daddy?" to "Who's the new Michael?" After all, fans saw him in a private plane, watching a live broadcast of the 2025 Nurses' Ball, and getting a bird's-eye view of his estranged wife, Willow Tate Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, kissing his uncle, Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson. With that said, Michael will have a new face because actor Rory Gibson has been recast in the role. Could this suggest that Willow and Michael will rekindle their relationship? There was lots of spark between Willow and Chad Duell's portrayal of Michael. Nevertheless, by the end of his leaving, things turned unpleasant between these two, and the romance faded. Still, there's nothing Willow enjoys more than being saved by her current lover, and if all the puzzle pieces come into place, Michael's homecoming will not only surprise, but it may also mark the beginning of a new chapter in the Willow love story. After all, Drew's days as Willow's hero could be numbered. While he enjoyed framing Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, for his ketamine use, the sneer on his face during her arrest on the red carpet said it all. She wasn't the one who did it, and this will bite him in the buttocks. Tracy and Ned Quartermain, Wally Kurth, are aware of Drew's secret affair with Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrose, and they have been waiting patiently for the right moment to expose him. Tracy refuses to let Drew's frame job lapse, so it appears that the moment has come. Add in the fact that when Michael arrives, he will be able to certify that he was unaware of Willow's visit to the German burn facility and was not alerted that she wished to see him. Michael and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, may have worked behind the scenes to resolve the miscommunication, and they may have revealed that Drew paid off the facilitator at the Baden-Baden Treatment Center. Willow's world will be disrupted. After all, she will not only lose Drew as a result of this, but if Nina's romps with the cutthroat congressman come to light, Willow will no longer have her mother to turn to. Michael has gone through a lot in recent months and he has had time to think. Will his new perspective on life mean that he wants a chance to reestablish his family with Willow more than ever? A recasting is usually an opportunity to give a character a fresh start, which could imply that Michael and Willow will reunite. General Hospital rumors suggest that this would not only be an interesting angle, but also potentially messy, given that his mysterious baby mama, Sasha Corbin Sophia Matson, is waiting in the wings, ready to deliver very soon. Reuniting with Willow would need him to conceal his secret one-night stand. General Hospital teasers indicate that a preview clip has been posted for Thursday, May 22, 2025. The next episode will feature more nurses' ball explosives and bombshells. Let us begin with Lulu, who confronts Lois and gives her an option. Lulu basically informed Brooklyn Quartermain's Amanda Seton, mother, that she had two options. She can either reveal the truth to Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna. If Lois refuses, Lulu will do it for her. Lois, on the other hand, understands that coming from her or BLQ will yield far greater results. Read more. Find out what happened in the last episode of GH. Of course, Lois may tell Lulu that this is not her story or secret to share. However, Lulu does not believe that. Lulu believes that everyone's business should be public, with the exception of her personal secrets. Girls like that frequently have skewed viewpoints. Gio is present, so I guess BLQ wants Dante to tell the young man what an outstanding performance he delivered. Dante is still upset and petulant over his son's decision to drink. I'm still not clear why Dante blames Gio. It makes no sense, but well, let's move on. I suppose they need a justification for the father and son's dispute. Drew Kane's overconfidence. According to General Hospital teasers for today's episode, Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, will be quite confident. In soap operas, this usually indicates that something bad is about to happen. One drawback is that it appears Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, will return. Portia Robinson's Brooke Kerr. Blackmail will also be exposed. Speaking of blackmail, Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, recently discovered his wife's secret. Portia, on the other hand, promised not to keep any more secrets before keeping another. Portia can argue it was hospital business all she wants, but she should have informed Curtis straight away. So let's see if this marriage can be saved. Willow will go up against the Quartermains in the episode airing on Thursday, May 22. Willow advises Ned Quartermain, Wally Kurth, and Olivia Quartermain, Lisa Lo Cicero, to forget their idiotic idea. Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrose, reminds Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, that she is responsible for whatever happens next.